Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Screw the Cubicle TV with me, Lydia Lee, your host from Screw the Cubicle. So this is the channel where we talk a lot about the freedom-based mindset and living and working on your own terms, of course. And what I want to talk about today is a couple messages and emails that I quite get often every week on people going, Lydia, how do I quit my job and travel and live in a place abroad like Bali, like you have, and be able to build a business that will allow me to kind of have a laptop lifestyle, have global clients around the world, and be able to kind of live and work as I please, depending on where I want to go. So a lot of people have this misconception that this whole, freedom-based living or laptop lifestyle type of, new way of living is kind of this mystical thing or this faraway dream that is going to happen someday. And as long as you get all your ducks in a row perfectly, that day will happen for you. And that's the misconception that I had as well, which was kind of this faraway dream that will not happen for a little while. And one of the misconceptions I had was about money, of course. I think I had to make the same amount of money as I used to make in corporate to be able to then quit, or be really, really successful in my business to the point where I proved something to myself, then I would have the permission to quit. And I was wrong. And I'm here to tell you that your ideal lifestyle and dream of living and working out of the cubicle isn't as far away of a dream as you think it is. But the first place to start is really wanting to understand and identifying what is the ideal experience that you really want to have. So you already know you want to quit your job, that isn't working for you. You may know that you want to be more creative in your work, but what else? Think about the day-to-day lifestyle that you are dreaming about. Get playful, get childish with it, and write a story about this ideal life that you really want, and talk about the emotions that you want to wake up, feeling. Is the people around you like-minded people? Do you see yourself living in a place where there's activities and things that are outside of work that also bring you joy and fulfillment in life? What does the work feel like? Is it meaningful? Why is it meaningful? Are you working with people face to face? Do you like coaching? Do you like teaching something? And what is it that you want to feel that is going to feel different, from your current experience in the cubicle if you are in one. And I wish I did that when I first started, because I was so focused on the money-making part of the business that I forgot what it was all for, why I wanted it in the first place, and what was this better feeling reality that I was preparing myself for. And once you start telling that story, and maybe it's just a little notebook that you bring out and you start writing everything that you foresee in this day in the life of yourself, in this dream life, it's going to make it real for you. And then you can start really looking at external things like places or career options or environments that you need to be in to fulfill this story that you set up for yourself. Okay, so get real with yourself and get deep into the details, because it's in the details that will make it real for you. Now, knowing what I know today, I also know that having a better lifestyle far outtrumps this kind of oodles of money or, more money than I can spend kind of thing. And what surprised me a lot about living abroad and having this kind of laptop lifestyle that I have right now is that it actually doesn't actually cost that much. And the whole time I'm thinking, oh my God, I have to be making at least 6 figures a year, what I used to make, or I have to be making at least 5 to 10 grand a month to be able to have, to start having this lifestyle that I have. And not to say that that isn't a goal for me at this point either, but it actually meant that I could have had it a lot, to start in a bit cheaper form and still kind of live like I'm a little bit semi-retired, and it actually doesn't cost that much to do it. So one of the resources that I want to share with you today is nomadlist.io. So www.nomadlist.io. This is a place where you can try to search for really exotic places that people are already living and working from, and find out the cost of living. Does it really cost that much to live in Bali? I did a blog post not long ago about that it's possible to do it under $1,000 US a month. As long as you're not eating out and drinking beers all the time, you can actually really start having a much healthier lifestyle in a place that you really want to be in, and start working on your dream faster than you think. So really find out the cost of living first before you start to jump to conclusions and think that this laptop lifestyle or dream lifestyle that you want right now in your life is actually that costly. Then you can start really looking at your finances and your savings to see if this is a plan for you that can happen a lot sooner than before. Now, I am a huge advocate for being a digital nomad or living abroad because of these reasons. One is that I know your first year can be rough. First year of an entrepreneur is the unknown. You're learning new things to run your business. You're learning new things about yourself, what you can offer, and getting new clients. You don't want to be so pressured into paying your mortgage or rent in the first world, for example, and having to take on clients you don't want to take on and kind of hustling through it with this idea of pressure where it's not going to feel good for you in the beginning of your business. So why I've been kind of an advocate for living abroad away from, for example, my home country of Canada is because, you're buying yourself time. You're buying yourself time to be able to ease into entrepreneurship faster and more in a gentle way, other than, I need to make 3-4 grand just to survive. You can live on a lot less here in Bali, for example, or a lot of other places around the world. And the other thing too is being surrounded by people who are doing what you are dreaming to do. People who have done it before or are living the lifestyle that you want, but also people in that starting track where you're at. And being able to be with these people in the flesh and blood, rather than just being online in groups, for example, and being in these nomad communities like Bali, can really help accelerate your learning. And I think in your first year, time is so much more valuable than money, because you want to be able to use the time to build the right business, build it the way that you want to do it, and still be able to enjoy the lifestyle that you're doing all this work for as well. Getting detailed and really deep and dirty into the details of the lifestyle that you dream of is so essential in this first part of your journey, because it's giving you a great motivation as to why you're leaving your job in the first place, why you want to do the hard hustle in the time, especially in your first year, to be able to get to this dream life that you want to build for yourself. And if you don't have a big why behind it all, the motivation will in a way fall apart, because things will come up. You're going to be hustling, you're going to be learning new things, stress will be there, and there's a lot of the unknown. And to be able to get you through those hard times, or times of where you second guess things or self-doubt yourself, this is when the why is most important to remember. So start with a journal, start with a blog post, or anything that you believe that you can start writing about this dream. Get it out there. Tell as many people as you can about the details. Start going into groups. You can join mine. It's called the Unconventionalists on Facebook. It's free. You get access to people who are already on the road or in the same kind of starting journey as you are, and ask the questions of where can I go? Where are these people hanging out? How are people building their business online? And share and collaborate with people that are in the same path as you are. So get honest with yourself and start perhaps with the line of, imagine when X happens, what I would experience. Think about the emotional words, as I mentioned before, because this will make the dream all the more real for you. Thank you for joining me for this episode, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. See you later. Bye from Bali. Hey, thank you so very much for watching Screw the Cubicle TV, and don't forget to subscribe below to get all the latest cubicle crashing content on how to quit your 9-to-5 and create a life and business on your own terms.